Today, young athletes across the United States are playing baseball year-round to the exclusion of other sports in hopes of landing that big scholarship or on the mound at a major league stadium.
So many kids end up playing baseball year-round, particularly pitchers, that when they're playing on multiple teams, they're not only pitching for their club team, they're pitching for their little league team, etc. And oftentimes they're not telling their coaches, or the coaches are asking them to do more than frankly what they should be doing, so that they're pitching 4 innings on a Tuesday and then another 3 or 4 innings on a Friday, and young arms just shouldn't be doing that.
This exceedingly high workload has shined a light on the issue of overuse and the damaging effects it could have on a young arm. Now, finally, awareness has grown and the problem is being attacked on multiple fronts.
Once the parent and the coach understand that surgery is not the answer, once that comes into play, the education as to the proper strengthening regimens, the proper pitching mechanics, and encouraging the athlete to play more than one sport and one position, all taken together is going to increase the performance of the athlete and decrease the injury incidence.
Not only are workloads being looked at, but also the proper mechanics of pitching. Charlie Newtbar and Tom House are on the forefront of using motion capture technology at the National Pitching Association on the campus of the University of Southern California.
We do have a 3D motion capture system here, which allows us to put reflective markers on all the different parts of the body. We take an 8-camera picture of that, it goes into the computer, and we can now measure velocities, consistencies, arm speeds, things that are normal that we've seen with elite athletes and things that are abnormal. And then we can assess and do corrective procedures on a kid.
What motion capture allows us to do is see at up to 1,000 frames a second what a kid does when he swings a golf club, a bat, or throws a baseball. And it's turning out that all the important parts of a delivery take place in 1/250th to 1/600th of a second. We can't see that with our human eye.
In addition to motion technology, Newtbar and House teach the athletes who come to the program techniques using towels and weighted balls to help treat and avoid injuries.
Really what this was developed as a way to help solve GERD. And GERD is glenohumeral internal rotation deficit. So when a guy's arm is coming forward, if he cannot internally rotate very far, if he starts to get impingement inside, that is a precursor to injury. These balls were developed to help get rid of GERD and therefore improve shoulder health.
The towel drill specifically came out of the research that we did with motion analysis, trying to duplicate an actual pitch with a baseball and coming up with something an athlete could do by himself, putting a towel in his hand. And when you match them up, it's virtually the same biomechanics without having to go pitch between the lines. It's going to get better and better and better. When technology becomes more affordable, my coaching staff and myself honestly believe that we'll be able to do with a cell phone what we have to do with $250,000 worth of cameras, 8 cameras at 1,000 frames a second. Sometime in the next 2 to 3 years, it'll be cell phone capture, hit a couple of buttons and you get the same information. So it's a good time to be a coach.
See how I went behind on that? Yeah. That means you did it perfectly.
With the increased awareness of parents, coaches, and advancements in technology, the future looks promising in the non-surgical treatment of young ball players with arm and shoulder injuries. For Cronkite News, I'm Torrence Dunham.